Live here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Cooly Cool Show host, your host Brent, here live with 45 minutes of uninterrupted, all the way truth air. We're going to talk a lot about news, sports, COVID-19 vaccination, things like that. Anything you want to talk about, hit me on that. I'll answer questions as best I can. So, listen to some sweet melodies just for a little bit. Live here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Cooly Cool Show, your host, Brent. Alright, welcome here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Cooly Cool Show, your host, Brent. I wanted to welcome each and one of you that are listening out there. Hope you're listening. Going to talk a little bit what's in the news today, what's going on around the world, COVID-19 vaccination. I'll give you a brief update on my COVID-19 vaccination. Yes, I did get the COVID vaccine, got the Moderna. So we try to dispel any myths that you might have heard, any conspiracies that you might have heard. Because if you hear the wrong information, that's the bad information, and that the bad information is not any good information. So I guess we're going to start off first. COVID-19 vaccination shot. I got my COVID vaccination shot 2 days ago. It's my second dose. Second dose was a lot different than the first one. The first dose didn't really feel anything from it. Didn't have any symptoms or signs, anything like that. Got just recently, so 2 days ago, got my vaccination shot for the second dose. The second dose was a lot different. If those of you who have gotten the COVID vaccination shot, I tell you right now, like I said, it's a lot different than the first one. And they're gonna let you know that right about on the bat too. Tell you like, hey, this shot is a lot different than what you're used to getting. And that you're going to experience some side effects. I was told it's already predetermined. I say, hey, you're going to experience side effects. You probably want to take a couple days off. And so I did that. I just didn't realize that the effects would actually be what they were. But I have very somewhat mild side effects as right now. Because actually, the side effects is probably pretty much almost dissipating. The only thing I feel right now is probably a little bit headachy, kind of light cold chills, but a lot better than I felt last night, this morning, and into the afternoon time, and especially yesterday. So the big thing with a lot of people that understand about the COVID-19 vaccination shot, that they just assume that the COVID-19 vaccination shot, and we're going to go this kind of a myth, 3 myths. That one, that they're implanting a microchip into every person in order to track them. That's the myth. Number one, they say they're putting microchips in the vaccination shots, then they're tracking us all through that, and people are like, I'm not getting that because the government wants to track everybody. It's the Illuminati or whatever. Let's just get something straight. If the government wants to track you, they don't need to put a damn needle in or a damn vaccine into you in order to track you. And first of all, let's just put this in context. If you believe the government is tracking you, and I highly hope that the government isn't tracking you, because if they are, you got bigger fish to fry than worry about some micro nano thing in your body trying to track you. You have a whole boat of other things to worry about. Meaning, if the government's tracking you, you're on probably the top 10 most wanted people in the world at that point in time. Okay? So, and the government's really good at tracking people, and they're going to find you. So, I mean, they don't really have to try to convince you to take a vaccine in order to plant something to track your movement, because they're not worried about what you're doing, nor less they could care less what you're doing. But people have this kind of thought process in their brain to believe that, oh, they're tracking me, they're going to be finding out what I'm doing. That's kind of naive to consider that, because trust me, the average day person shouldn't be thinking that way. and you should just let them know they're not going to spend the time and energy just to figure out what you're doing. If you're a guy that works at the local store or the car dealership or wherever, uh, they're not worried about what you're doing. They could care less. They're not doing that. They're not going out of the way. But you have people believe that whatever they're doing is so important that the government has to find out what they're doing and has to go ahead and figure out what they need to do in order to follow them. That's complete lunacy. Lunacy. Okay? Complete and utter lunacy. Alright. Since we got that, and besides, anyway, if the government wants to track you, they don't even have to look very far to try to track you. Come on, people. Like, for instance, if they're going to try to track you, let's figure this one. What's the one thing that everybody now has, except for little kids? But even little kids have this at this point. It's called a cell phone, cellular device. The government doesn't even have to go there remotely to implant a vaccine with some microchip or whatever in there to track you. No. What happens is you track yourselves, and you let the freedom of information come at their hands. All right, because basically you have a cell phone that has your GPS, your coordinates, where you're at. It has you down. It tracks from where you were from this date to that date. It tracks shit from years that you did ago. Okay, if anybody knows anything about Google tracks you pretty good. And by the way, I love Google because Google is A-okay with me. Okay. But the thing is, they're tracking you regardless with your cell phone if they wanted to. But I say if they're tracking, it's because you're up to no good. You're somebody that got some issues, somebody that they really need to go and talk to, and that you, yes, you, are probably doing some stuff that you should be doing. But your cell phone has enough information. Plus, if you notice, if you ever go into your cell phone and you're looking at something through your browser or whatever, and then you happen to go to, let's say, one of your social media sites, look at that in a second, and you end up finding on your social media sites that from your social media sites will show what you're looking at. And let's say you're looking something like hardware tools, whatever, and you were looking in your browser. On your social media sites, there actually might be an ad for, get some timber, love wood. It's only $9.95 or blah blah. What's accessories? And the reason why that's happening because you know what? They already know what your likes and dislikes are. So they're going to put it in there. So if you're looking for big booty hoes, it might show with some big booties, something like that. It's just a generalization to the whole thing. So people need to kind of get off their high horse, and too many people, frankly, aren't on their high horse. It's just come on, people, just come on. So myth number 2. I kind of losing train of thought here. Myth number 2, why people are skeptic of the vaccine, because they say it's not been through the clinical trials and it hasn't been FDA approved. And that's their one excuse, is to say the reason why they don't want to get the vaccine shot. If there are a ton that the government is just handing out vaccines to people and giving it to them, and they're like, oh, they just they're going out their way because it has been proven, and they're just giving it to human trials of people, and the little lab rats. What are you talking about? Please, what are you talking about? Because whatever you're talking about doesn't make any sense. Because for one, the government's not going to go through that many steps, and their scientists are not going to go look to just, the hell with it. Let's just give it to everybody. Screw it. Let's just see what happens. No, there's a process. Not many people know that for the FDA to approve vaccines and other certain medications and medicines, things of that type, there is a process that has to go through that. And that process here in America, let alone, is about anywhere between 5 to 10 years before the FDA can approve that whatever item, or I guess item, I don't like to use no word, whatever, let's say for that vaccine. That's here in America. It's about 5 to 10 years before the FDA would approve it. And people say, it's not even approved. Of course it's not even approved. Because guess what? The FDA is going based off the already clinical trials. Well, the clinical trials is basically from the small portion of individuals that's already been chosen. They've been watched and observed very carefully, and from that point, they give either thumbs up, thumbs down. Basically, from the scientists who have been watching them, says, "Hey, we have this many positive outcomes as far as being used, and we've done it over a variety of different individuals." And the highs weigh out the negatives. And so when the highs weighs out the negatives, then it's actually generally put into the population where now it's for mass distribution and for it can be used where people now are able to take it and they're like, well, I haven't seen this, it hasn't been FDA. No, it's fairly fine. Now the thing is, there will be side effects, and they're going to tell you that there's going to be side effects. There's side effects in everything. If you go right now, if you have a bottle of aspirin, the bottle of aspirin is going to tell you some type of side effect. You discontinue because this and that. There's a side effect to everything. Just with the COVID-19 vaccination shot, the side effects are going to be a little bit more different because the vaccine is working. So if you do have side effects on your second dosage, which is thus I had, I ain't gonna lie, that means the vaccine is working. Because what the vaccine is doing, and I don't want to get in kind of technical terms with this because I might lose some people, and I'm pretty sure some scientists, nerds probably would be like, you're saying it wrong. No, what is happening is there are certain that it's kind of a new vaccine which is kind of paving the way. And you can say what you want. I think it's actually pretty cool. I think it's actually pretty neat how they're doing a lot of things now. For instance, the new vaccine, the COVID-19 vaccination, what it has in it, apparently from what I read so far, has what it is in message RNA, or otherwise is mRNA. Excuse me. And what that supposedly is supposed to do is actually a kind of blueprint combined with other things that they put in the vaccine in order to help. The individual person when taking the vaccine is actually to help give your body, your immune system, a blueprint, or let them know what this virus were to be if you were to encounter it. Now it treats it, your body's going to treat it as if it's a real threat, going through the whole thing and then eventually saying, okay, we know how to do it, we know how to defeat it, we know how to break it down. And also producing extra protein, because I believe that's where it does. It breaks it down between if it's a person, it produces an amount of protein, which is based on some type of amino acids, I believe. Where at that point in time, they end up giving you the necessity, the needs to combat the coronavirus. Is it going to prevent you from getting the coronavirus? No. But what it's going to do, it's going to put a layer of protection. Meaning, how I put this way, I'm going to put it in layman terms to make it easier for everybody to kind of understand. All right. Think of the COVID virus as the dude trying to sneak in the club with the gun. All right, he trying to sneak in the club with the gun, and as he's sneaking in the club with the gun, you the bouncer, let's say you the bouncer who's never been vaccinated, what you like, all right, go ahead, bro, yeah, you good, the guy has a gun in the club underneath his thing, and you're just looking, he's like, all right, yeah, you good, bro, you good, all right, he let him on through. Next thing you know, he sneaks in, not saying he's cheating, but next thing he's infiltrating, talk with other people. He's the bad guy. He's doing bad things. You know what I'm saying? He's congregating with other people, influencing bad things. And guess what? You don't want that in your club, right? But you're on alert because you have to be on alert because you don't know who's coming in the club. So you just let an individual, the coronavirus, into your club. But you're on alert. But you're not you don't conceive it as a threat. Next thing you know, you're getting people to say, oh, this dude's this and that. He's saying he got this. He's packing whatever. Next thing you know, now, by the time you realize that something is going on, next thing you know, you go on to hey, the guy we just let in, he's a threat. We got to get rid of him. And you start to kind of go after him and get him out of the club, all this and that. So think of it that way. And that's how your body's going to perceive it. Your body's going to perceive it as far as, it's going to be, oh, I don't really recognize it, but then it's not going to really be, you can perceive it as a threat. It's going to have an alert because it's not known. It doesn't know what it is. But your body's saying, it's not really a threat at this time. I don't consider it that, but our alert's still going to be up. We're still going to be ready just in case something happens, but this is what the slow process is because your body eventually has to take a longer period of time to recover and to defend itself once it realizes that, hey, oh shit, somebody snuck in, this dude or whatever is a threat. We didn't realize it at first, but now we do. Now, if you're vaccinated, we're going to go back to the club scene. You're vaccinated, let's say you're the guy seeing guys come through. You recognize the characteristics of somebody possibly being armed or whatever, have a knife, blade, gun, whatever, and you recognize it, and you're like, hold up, this guy obviously it's fucking dead of like the summer, it's 100 degrees out. This dude's wearing a huge ass fur coat, and no one else is, but he is. That's gonna stick out odd to you, and you're gonna be like, hold up, but look, we know what you're doing. There's something you gotta be like, oh no, and you're like, no, you need to go. You need to go. And then if the guy doesn't want to go, then guess what? You call for a little bit of your backup. Your backup says, bro, get the stepping, or else we're gonna get the throwing. All right. So that is what the coronavirus. That's what happens with the coronavirus meets an individual who has the COVID-19 vaccination shot. Does it work kind of like that? Sort of. But let's just put it this way. So basically, the vaccine's injected to you. It provides a layer of protection, meaning your body recognizes what that threat is, automatically says, oh, okay, alert, oh, this is a threat, 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 and it sends its guys to say, hey, you want to do something, and if the virus wants to do something, then you hash it out, but it recognizes the threat. It doesn't just put it on alert. It says, yeah, we'll leave our alert kind of up, but we're not sure it's a threat. You have the vaccine shot, your body's going to instantly go into, I know what this is, I recognize it, threat. So, I mean, that's one way people don't understand about the coronavirus, and there's a lot of myths about out there, a lot of myths. But, I mean, if you can generalize the layman terms that I broke it down, maybe it might make you feel a little easy. Now, I'm not telling anybody not to get it. I'm not telling anybody to get it. I'm telling you, if you don't want to get the virus, and you don't get the coronavirus, and you don't have to possibly deal with the potential risk of encountering the coronavirus, then you probably want to get the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccination shot. If you want to get the vaccine, by all means, go ahead, because you have the potential of actually preventing it and having to be exposed to the virus. Now, like I said, is it going to prevent you from getting the coronavirus? Absolutely not. But your body will be better able to throw off the fight against the coronavirus, which will be better helpful to you in the long run. That's what I can tell you. That's what I've researched. That's what I read. And besides, anyway, I mean, these scientists and people have done these research, and they're pretty on point what they're talking about. So, yeah, I'm a big science person, but then some science stuff, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. But, telling you, yeah. I think that was combined with 2, and 3 of the points I wanted to talk about the coronavirus. Like I said, for me, like I said, for the past 2 days, I've been feeling like crap, sluggish, tired, fatigue, headache, and right now I'm slightly almost over it. I can feel myself feeling a little better than I was the past 2 days. So that's my little spiel on the coronavirus with COVID-19 vaccine. Vaccine 19. So we're gonna go into other news in a bit. Gonna take a quick break. We'll grab something to drink, but we'll be back in the next 20 seconds or so. So listen to some tunes real quick. All right, that was a quick 20 seconds. Jesus goodness, should have been 30. So, we're back again. Yeah. Here live on the Coolest of the Coolly Cool Show. Your host Brent. We're here live. Like I say, if you want to chat in at any time, you can feel free to go ahead and chat in. I love to take any questions or comments or anything like that. If you tell me a program sucks, I got to get better. Then I don't know what else to tell you. If you tell my program is great, I'm gonna take it as a compliment, but I'm still gotta get better. If you tell my program needs to do something, let me know. I gotta get better and get some views or whatever. But yeah. So we're gonna talk and see what is in the news and figure what else is popping out there. Because there's a lot of stuff going on out there that a lot of people don't realize. And like I said, there's a lot of things in the news. And we're going to try to topple it all. Oh. Trying to check the look at the news. Baby. Besides, anyway, how's everybody's Friday going? I hope every Friday's going very well. If you haven't, anybody hadn't said it to you, I hope you have a blessed Friday. Hope your Friday's going as well as you planned. Hope get all the things you wanted. Oh yeah, Shamona. And then there's Michael Jackson, Shamona. Well, let's see. All right, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people have heard so far. Jennifer Lopez been chilling and kicking it with her boy Ben Affleck. And I got nothing against Ben Affleck. I think Ben Affleck's pretty cool. A-Rod and J-Lo just broke up, or Ben broke up, and then J-Lo went and hung out with Ben Affleck in Montana at some type of mountainy resort or something like that. Damn. I don't know if A-Rod's hurting, but damn. I mean, it's like, the movie Geely wasn't good at all. There's going to be a Geely 2. But who knows? I mean, right now that's the biggest bug right now. And who the hell knows? I mean, maybe it's a, publicity stunt. Maybe Ben was a little bit, hey, you want to hang out? I got you. You know what I'm saying? Come and hang out. I'm your boy Ben. I don't know. But it's been reported. J-Lo been chilling with the Flick, or Ben Flick, I don't know, Ben Affleck. So we know they've been having a lot of things. But, it's the tabloids, the media, they like to make things more, they like a hot topic, juicy story. So I'm getting off that one. And Jake Paul responds to challenge from Tyson Fury half-brother. Jake Paul has been making a lot of headstorms. I mean, he allegedly he did take the hat off Floyd Money Mayweather, and they got into an altercation, and Jake Paul has now been banned from, is it Jake Paul or Logan Paul? I don't know. I think it's Jake Paul. But Jake Paul has been now banned from attending his brother's fight against Floyd Money Mayweather, which I don't know. I think I think it was good marketing, good publicity. I mean, he's helping his brother out, plus helping himself out, trying to generate more things for the fight. Trying to get more people involved, and honestly, hey, you got to do what you got to do to market yourself, because at the end of the day, whether you or I like it, this is all about money, ladies and gentlemen. It's about money. All right. So they're trying to make money. It's not going to make a lot of money. Floyd, does he need the money? I don't know. I think he wants more money. I mean, that's nothing wrong with. But I mean, he comes back out of retirement again just to fight a guy who's a novice at professional boxing. I don't understand it. And there's a lot of professional fighters who are kind of looking at this like as a joke. I mean, it's a publicity stunt, and it's just to make money because they know people are going to be interested into it. Because if you talk a big game, look, you could get, I mean, especially at that level, you could get people to go ahead and watch it, especially with the right marketing skills and the right to target certain audience. you can get tons of people to be like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jake Paul got a chance. You know, he got a punch a chance. You know what I'm saying? He could catch him one time and knock him out. And then you got real people with real minds, real logic, who are gonna be like, uh, yeah, okay. Floyd is gonna beat his ass, and when he get a hold of him, is what it is. You know, do I think it's a waste of time? No, I think it's going to be an entertaining fight because it needs to be entertaining. I mean, like I said, Floyd come back out of retirement, and then Floyd wants to go. He went to fight McGregor, and because McGregor called him out, and you know Floyd took the fight, beat him, but he made it entertaining. I mean, it at a point. I just want to know at a point in time, do people just buy into the hype? And that's what it is. People are buying into the essential hype of things because they want to see somebody potentially lose. So why not have somebody who's an internet person who's got a tremendous following fan base, and then have the entire realm of people, you know, that follow him get bought into it, pay whatever amount of money is to go see the fight, you know, either be live in person, which now the restrictions on masks are actually being lifted, and 6 feet distance doesn't even exist. So, um, and then but for the buy views, it's going to generate a lot of money. And obviously, Floyd wouldn't take money if he didn't think he cashed in extra. For him, it's like, oh, I can buy an extra island, you know, with the amount of money he probably going to receive for this fight. And keeps him relevant and keeps him into the boxing. But you know, if he was really, really, really eager to get back into the realm of boxing and fight somebody credible, he'd actually box a real boxer. He actually box someone with incredible experience, with, um, you know, winnings under their belt. That's a perceived threat, but he's not doing that. He's doing these kind of celebrity boxing matches. You know, I'm just saying, wouldn't it make sense? But you know what I know. You know, I'm just some guy talking on the microphone right now here on the coolest of the cool show. So, but come on, he's not gonna take a fight where he has a potential chance of messing up his perfect record, perfect professional boxing record, to a novice boxer in the professional game. You know, like I said, he has a puncher. Jake Paul, well, Logan Paul has a potential chance of winning if he gets lucky by throwing a thing. But I'm pretty sure behind closed doors, you know, Floyd's like, look, I'm gonna carry you. Just, you know what it is. You gonna get paid your money, then you go fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But you know, this is entertainment. This is what we do. But don't do anything because it's gonna, you know, that's pretty sure that's what stuff is going behind doors. If you don't think so, I suggest you kind of get on the train of the believable, because that's what really happens. That's what really goes on. Uh, I know a lot of professional boxers are probably like pissed and probably just like, hell, like, really, dude, like really. I mean, they're marketing. What else? Another news. I don't want to sit there and talk about that too much. Tim Tebow in the news today just signed I think it was a 1-year contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars as a tight end. Signed a 1-year contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tim Tebow. Him and I are the same age. It means we're mid-30s. I mean, Tim Tebow keeps himself physically fit, active, and everything. And as he, I just gotta say, I keep myself physically fit. I work out regularly. But man, can I get Tim Tebow's agent to represent me? Shoot, man, he's got good marketing skills, bruh. Nah, I mean, he's got his agent got him hooked up playing baseball. Got him his own day workout session where the pros got to scout him. by himself. Like, I'm Tim Tebow. You good, bro? You good? Your agent, the bomb, son, the bomb. Can I get his number? You send him an email. Say, look, I can play ball. I can hoop. I can do. Well, I don't like. I'm not a basketball guy, but I can ball. I can play. You know, give me yeah. that's you gotta get credit where credit. I mean, Tim Tebow's agent is a beast, bro. Tim Tebow's agent is a beast. You hook your client up like that, you's the man. I got nothing else to say about that. So, I mean, we'll see how it is. I mean, it's a 1-year contract with Jacksonville Jaguars as a tight end. We'll see how it's fair. I mean, a lot of people have said that Tim Tebow should have already been playing as a tight end anyway. I mean, or like a fullback because of his size. I mean, he just is throwing mechanics as a quarterback wasn't really there. I mean, me personally, he would be pretty good as a fullback and him the ball and let him just run over people. You know, that'd be my spiel, but once again, what do I know? You know, I mean, straight up, man. I forgot. I forgot to mention this also after the end of the whole COVID-19 vaccination shot. I was reading something earlier and it was like, and it's kind of a funny trend. A lot of people are kind of skeptical of it because they're like, how in the world is that happening? And you think we really going to get the vaccine shot because of this? You know, Shake Shack and Fries are offering free fries to anyone who can show that they got their vaccine. Shake Shack and Fries is offering free fries if you show that you got the vaccination shot. So they're encouraging people to get the vaccine shot. You get free fries and maybe a discount on a burger and fries or something. I don't know. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I think it's good marketing on Shake Shack and Fries. I mean, hell, helping out by doing their part by saying, hey, everybody get vaccinated, you know? Hell, get vaccinated, get some fries. If not, I mean, shit, get a discount off some burgers too, you know? Maybe, but at least the fries be free, you know? I mean, and the governor of New York was sitting there straight chomping down. He was like, look at this. Every time you look at this, you know, I'm like, well, a man was going in it hard. Shake Shack and Fries. Show that you got a vaccination. Maybe you may get a burger with it too. Who knows? And what else? Oh yeah, and if you haven't noticed that, I play Call of Duty, Warzone. Not often as much as I do before, but play it here and there. But Call of Duty is now, I don't know if it's true. I've seen a lot on the feeds, whatever, that they're introducing John McClane from Die Hard into Call of Duty along with Rambo. I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know. But at this point in time, what the fuck is going on? I mean, I don't know. I just, I don't know. It's just funny. Yeah. I mean, I guess they're trying to pit since it's now the 80s thing that when you're playing Warzone, everything is in the past. It's placed in 1984. It's no longer the present day of the modern warfare era. It's in the 80s. But Die Hard was in 1989, I believe, or 1990, one of the two. But is it really kind of considered an 80s movie or 80s genre? I don't know. I mean, can be, could be, should be, maybe, would be. I don't know. It's just kind of awkward, I guess. I don't know. I mean, whatever your thoughts is, comment below, send a message or whatever. I mean, I just myself personally find it kind of just odd. I mean, what next you gonna introduce Karate Kid into the mix and shit? You know, you're like Daniel-san. I mean, Daniel-san, he ain't had no weapons, none, right? He chopped the shit out you and like a crane kick your ass, you know. So, I mean, I don't know. What characters can you add? I mean, there's Rambo. You add Terminator to it, but isn't he already in the Mortal Kombat, the last one that came out, video game? But then, I mean, you gonna go ahead? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my ass or something. I don't know. But it's a lot to to fathom on that aspect. But I guess we just have to wait and see, right? Right? Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, that just hit the spot right there. Oh, no one's really clapping for me. No one was really clapping. Must have been hearing things. Oh, that was just one of our bells. It means we're gonna take another quick commercial break. Actually, we're gonna take another break. We're not having a commercial, but definitely take a quick break. Another 30 seconds on this one, and then we'll come right back. You know what I mean? You heard it here on the cool show. See you in the next 30 seconds. All right, we're back here on the cool show. Your host Brent. So let's get into it. So, listen, I think we covered a lot of things on our show. I wonder if anybody's listening. Anyone? Anyone? I don't know if there was anyone. Maybe there was somebody, or somebody was listening. But if you were listening, keep listening, because this is the Coolly Cool Show. You can also follow me on YouTube at the Coolly Cool Show. And you can also follow my son, who's also on YouTube. And he does his little video games, and he's posted quite a few for his age. He's very intelligent, very smart. It's the Junior Coolly Cool Show, where he posts a lot of things on his show on Fortnite. So if you're a Fortnite player, check out everything. He posted his wins and things like that. All right. I know I've been trying to figure out as far as the conflict in Gaza, conflict in Israel. I don't understand. I know there's been a kind of a ceasefire that's going on after hundreds in Gaza conflict. Israel asks, who won? What? I'm serious. I'm reading this from the New York Times. Israel military inflicted a heavy toll, but did it achieve its aim? This is just kind of strange. I mean, it's been the past week or so that they've been fighting, and it's kind of just, I don't know. I know people were kind of angry or wanted to know what the response of the U.S. was going to be, and President Biden said, look, Israel has the right to defend itself. And actually, most certainly, a country does have the right to defend itself from being, trying to be attacked. They have to do. Here it says, at two of the main commanders centers of the Israel military on Thursday night, officers leading the Gaza offense tallied what they considered the achievement of their latest conflict with Hamas. Scores of militant kills, 340 rocket launchers destroyed, 60 miles of underground tunnels collapsed. But with the declaration of the ceasefire after more than 10 days fighting that killed at least 230 Palestinians and 12 Israelis, and that devastated hospitals and other infrastructures in Gaza. The mood at the two bases, one is southern Israel city of Rilla Sabah. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah. I mean, any conflict that goes on, or any potential threat at war, or anything more that goes on, it's devastating. We kind of try to figure out. I mean, if you have a kind of clear, because I really don't have a clear understanding as far as why the Israelis and the Palestinians are fighting or at conflict with each other, and if you do know anyone that has firsthand been affected from it and has been over there, definitely send me a message, comment, um, connect with me to we can talk and maybe have you on the air. I would definitely like more information as far as what exactly is going on, and or how your experience during this time dealing with this. Like honestly, I don't think anybody should be having to um, go through any of the issues and the things that are going on. Um, it's just one of those, I guess, situations, things that the voices couldn't be talked to, and the next step was to just start throwing hands. And what ended up happening is just you have them throwing hands, and that's exactly what they did. But I mean, there's individuals that get killed in every conflict, in every war, and it is just one of those things that's terrible. There's not one war that goes through that people have not ever lost their lives to. That's for first and foremost. There's no war, no conflict that no one's ever going into. That's never. They have no casualties. It's not happening. It doesn't happen. Um, but my heart goes out to all the individuals, all the individuals who are affected from it. I seen a couple of videos where people were running for cover, and you can actually see the rockets, and they're being intercepted by the interceptor rockets. Um, you don't understand that's probably a very frightening and trying time for them, because you don't know where that stuff's gonna land. You don't even know what's gonna happen. You know if they're just gonna attack innocents, and then they said there's innocent people that have been killed during the conflict. And I mean, but like I said, we're only gauging for what we're seeing from the media, and from what we're seeing in the media, it could be different from what's really going on. I mean, there's always an underlining story behind everything, but like I said, we're only gauging for what we're seeing from what we're getting from the media and from accounts from certain individuals, not all individuals, just a certain, amount of people that's going on. Um, like I said, there's just devastating. It's very devastating. Let's try to check on something else. And I just happened to see on this newsfeed again, Jake Paul signs multi-fight boxing deal with Showtime Sports. Now they're just, there's he must have a great agent too, or Showtime's just looking at money. They're looking at like we can reckon millions, close to billions of dollars with this internet guy, and grab some quick cash, because you figure the odds people are going to look at it since he knocked out Ben, I forgot what his name, Ben whatever, the former MMA guy, knocked him out, which the guy wasn't really a boxer anyway to get with. So they're looking at money. Yeah. But, well, we're coming to the time to end of my show here. You heard it here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Thank you for those that listen, those that will listen, those who are going to listen or maybe ever listen. But you're here live on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Be sure to follow me also on the Coolly Cool Show at YouTube. And also, you can try to follow me on Twitter. I think it's the same thing. I have to check it again. I'm probably like, what the heck? But be sure to like and subscribe to me on those other platforms, and maybe we can push this further out. We could do longer segments and have more people come on. We do some guest and chats. But definitely, you heard it live here on the Coolest of the Cool, the Coolly Cool Show. Your host, Brent. Take care.